Hey everybody, it's Darnell Crittenden from DCN Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Like always, hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe. Leave a notification on so you not miss DTV at its best. And we're doing some more continuing gameplay on Final Fantasy 16 that's available out right now for PlayStation 5. Okay. And we're just gonna see how far we can go within the storyline. And like always, the Spotty 09 show is at 577 subscribers. Yes, we was at 576 and now we're at 577. To all my 577 subscribers, try saying that 10 times. Thank you so very much, but the quest still continues. So without further delay, we're going to play some games. And keep in mind, we're trying to make that goal so we can become the #1 show on PlayStation on YouTube. Shout out goes out to the YouTube community. Thank you so much. And shout out goes out to the PlayStation Network. I'm gonna give out another brief shout out before we go. And we're gonna go from there to the president and co-founder of DCN Networks and Power Players, Sean the Genius Harris. And to everybody at the Harrison headquarters on the south side of Chicago, shout out goes out to you guys. And who else need to give a shout out to? To my West Side family, the Redmond. Shout out goes out to you guys. To my immediate family, the Crittendens Colognes. Shout out also goes out to future fiance / wife, Demetri Gann Johnson, the future Mrs. Crittenden. To everybody out in Gary and Hobart, Indiana. And to all my future grandkids, love you guys very much. And to the guru, Larry Leonard, and everybody at the Larry Leonard headquarters on the south side of Chicago, you and your family, you guys and your neighbors, y'all all enjoy the show. That means a lot to me. So it's been a while since I really got on this game, so I feel like a little on the adventurous side today. So without further delay, let's get started. Final Fantasy 16 gameplay continue. We start now, already in progress. Thank you for your time, cooperation, and most importantly, whatever you do, leave comments and subscribe. Let's get right to it.
Where are we heading?
If the state of our coffers is anything to go by.
Seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Oh, no surprises there. It's the same after Drake's breath.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing the curse breaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there is many die as we recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows her bill like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. This might take a while. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez minded.
Why have we heard anything?
Try to stay calm. I'm sure we'll hear something soon. I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say that the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless...
You'll do fine. Talia trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicists like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on the flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision. A single slip. And the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death. And even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physician to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Curse breakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we have no shortage of volunteers. The day I decided that I would take Sid's name was the same day Talia took my brand.
I remember. It wasn't long after we came here. What little medicine Talia managed to salvage from the wreckage of the old place had been used up treating the wounded. She begged that your operation be delayed until a new supply of intelligence was found. Procedure was even more dangerous back then. Only a few souls had undertaken it. Doris, Cole, a handful of other curse breakers, and those who are no longer with us. Those who lost their lives in the process. It wasn't something to be done lightly.
No. But it was something I had to do if I was to take Sid's name. He always led from the front and never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause that he was unwilling to take himself, even if he knew that it might cost him his life.
Hold still, Clive! Hold still!
I knew there'd be pain, that I might not survive, and I was afraid. But I also knew that if I didn't overcome that fear, that pain, then I would never be able to call myself Sid.
I didn't know.
We all want our brands removed. But it's a decision each of us must make for ourselves, on our own terms. Rodriguez, I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound tired. Do you know she once told me. It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Location South Street.
you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Cooker is no more. Well, be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back in Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had stories from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word of the royalist movement slipping away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
Conquering hero returns, and with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Cooker was hatching with the royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men, slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Cooker only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin, the Canvarian War of Independence in 849, the Battle of the Twin Realms in 865, the Battle of Belenus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dalmacian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the royalists betrayed Cooker. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal, considering the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Cougar is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He's a big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might be with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After the Cougar fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Cooper is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Cooper is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good. Start to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Hugo Cooper is dead.
I'm seeing troops around every border crossing.
Well, no surprises there.
You barely said dead since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something. Just spreading the word. So, Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed. No. She was right though. Everyone was glad to hear the news. Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway and sleep more peacefully for night. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him. You're right. I should. And I will. Well, when you do, be sure to take me with you. She's been going at it hammer and tool down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave. Very well. I'll suggest it.
Editors started reading books because I don't have any pictures in.
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters, every one.
troops amassing at every border crossing.
You joking?
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo. And you know what he did?
Something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal?
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I was hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts making. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapours away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides, that stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Full suit of armor then? Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make it not tell them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
I need some help tidying up.
is my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself for your sake. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Caminotto in it, will you?
Right.
So Liz roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get to this Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperature she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have affection. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quickly if we split up. One of us should probably give you an anchor to the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
I accept.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Gavin, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up in its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Alamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off in the pad, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supply. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go let them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I love to see you try.
In your own time. probably belong to man the ship. Go, just like that. Without so much as a bow leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find it?
All right.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's fan. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
I accept.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to tell you? It's not funny. I'm telling you, it's gone. That can't be true. It is. I saw it with my own eyes.
Come on.
Yeah!
Straight home now. Get it, boy. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish soul, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must ruin the day it took me. Time was the sight of the fan used to calm my nerves. Now look at it.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as iron. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. I loved her, damn it. And now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Try to remember the good times. Do that, and the Mother Crystal will be with you no matter where you are.
Even in the bakery! What a fool I've been! Thank you, my friend, thank you! You've opened my eyes! I have to get back there right away. Farewell!
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Spices from the friends of the twins and beyond.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Barn. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the fan herself. Her steeple peaks, her Falston spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the fan without her crater? What? No fang at all? And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the fan.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Okay, cool.
Now, do so.
I know you're king, but do you have to use the good salt?
Please.
It would make a fine gift for your beloved.
Oh, where's
Your men's rocker.
Constables
Test you properly before they gave you that brand. You're from a bunch of Kazal priests. I have crystals enough to last me till then.
Will you come and play, Hanson? Lightly and dark.
Do so.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the
Looks like I found the river. Where's Gav?
Gav, what's up?
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's plan to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get backing, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
So this is Stardust. Just looked like sand to me.
Two down, 3 to go.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Oh. You win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours start to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only because you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Just for the Stardust, should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your ton all the time.
I'll make a start putting this firm on playing together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll admit no construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Crack the crystal too.
I went up to give
Some
some
greens to the chocobo.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
I need some help.
I don't want this soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins. I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all details.
What's the name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then.
Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Quest accepted.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
The celebrating spirit must be catching all the flowers in the hideaway. Editors started reading books that don't have any images in it.
We're seeing troops have been out at every border.
Lost Swing is around the time worm, remnant of falling airships of the resident of Lost Wing Caves. Their mirage existence refused to leave despite an imminent threat of the ever-expanding Deadlands. Let's handle our business.
Good day to you.
Sid. The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
Good to see you, Sid, as always. The Master Quentin's now back.
Hello, Sid. Take a seat, wait. Like.
What you got for me?
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Yeah.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Quest accepted. No.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I've heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them have seen anything either.
Right. Thanks anyway. Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me. And I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Toggle? Shall we go and investigate?
need to get over there. Okay. Gotta be some kind of way I can get over there. If I can get over there. Hold on. What's this? Okay. Total loss. Go around this path, then cut over here. Check out the map again. Okay.
Those 3 barrels round the front. Let's go on the caravan south.
Let's see. Yes.
Get them before they escape.
Black shields. Here.
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. What matters to us is that you don't see here and alive.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
I've caught my share with it. It sounds rather tailorable, but worthless. It's not just
When did you even use the cellar to store all the unsold barrels?
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lord's Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lost Wing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades, and our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Cool.
I'm not going to change his mind.
Let's see. We're gonna have to go here.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Well, okay. Let's see, we go back. Nope, we're going the wrong way. Okay. There's so many passageways. That's why I keep checking the map. I don't want to miss anything. That's large. Okay. Okay, let me just zip out the map. Okay. Some kind of passageway. Somewhere. Let me try going this way. Maybe it'll come from this way. Nope, going the wrong way.
My children, the reckoning is nigh.
It's a passageway somewhere. I'll know it when I see it. Let's see, we have the local map. So we don't want to go to the cellar. Because that's where we was at the last time. So, if I could put a marker, take that marker off. We'll put a marker at Cutter's Gates. We'll put a marker at Cutter's Gates. Let's see. Nope. Go out. Let's try something different. Let's see. Look down.
If you're ready, feel the wash.
Cutter's Gate. So now I'm gonna take. That's why I like games with markers, so that way if you get lost, at least you got some kind of idea of where you at. Oh, no, you don't. Talking about
There you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
We got work to do. Let's go handle our business.
must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Oh man, here.
Let's try.
Man, what do you use? Okay. Alright. So we gotta, whatever we gotta do, we gotta make sure we don't get hit in the eye with this damn thing. Alright. So we gonna need some light. We gonna definitely need some light.
Anybody?
Skip. Let's go.
The things I do for you, mate.
Thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
I of the warrior. Only those who stood in battle can know its boom occurs. A first-hand account. The Slayer story. Increased strength and toxic duration by 10 seconds. Okay, so we need to put that on now. First, we need to go to the journal. We need to go stuff. Somebody gonna need an ability. Think I know who. I think I'm gonna give it. You know what? That helped me out of a jam the last time, so I better upgrade again. There we go. There we go. And we'll save. We'll save. We better get back. Let's see. We better get back.
He cracked a crystal too.
You joking?
Give
some greens to the chocobo.
I just started reading books that don't have any pictures in it. If I don't come up with something soon.
Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they both are too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Terms? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Enemy troops have been sent at every border.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting, and Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I'm sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
I accept.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Peppier nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Thanks to Sid.
Where's Jill?
Let's find Jill. Show me her.
Let's talk at the glass game.
Keep them villagers nice and chill. I wonder
What's up, Jill?
I'll go down for ingredients.
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stores, so why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Okay, whatever you say.
You'll not find the bruised pin in the bushel.
fresh cuts.
Come and get them before they're gone. What can I interest you in today? I hope it's to your liking. That pack of yours is full to bursting.
Okay.
Oi, don't touch anything.
We gotta sell some stuff. Weapons, no.
I'll pay what it's worth and no more. You're lucky to get that much. I'll pay what it's worth and no more.
Okay, alright, let's relax, chill.
If that's what you want.
No, that's what I want. That's exactly what I want.
What can I interest you in today? Ah, yes. Keep fighting the good fight.
Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Me some black blood. Straight up black blood. Jill looking sad. I don't like that.
Did you find anything?
I did. Yeah.
Garlic and pepper nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Hippocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Alright. What's on your mind?
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed at once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street with Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics? Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. Wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchen's told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
I love pie.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in, but then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh.
You alright?
Sorry. This is... You're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Hippocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Oculus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it would merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Need some help.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. You'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, let's start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Yes, Lord.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision while I'm in.
finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer on for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in camper can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get slim for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? Alright. The mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
Alright. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Nick told me she was building a ship.
Really? What's a ship? Let's sail around the lake.
South of Sunrise, Zaria. We gotta get to the map. Let me see if I can try to find this thing real quick. First thing first. circle. Let's see something. Rank C. I guess I have to be a certain rank in order for me to take down this monster, because otherwise he will appear. Oh, that monster's already destroyed. Okay. So North Sabakur, northwest gate of Sabakur. Okay, so we gotta find Sabakur. Northwest. Okay, so my guess is that's northern. Mark available in region. That's central. That's southern. That's north. It's saying northwest. And then I think it could be anywhere. That's Lost Wing. I guess I got to be at a certain level in order for me to take that monster on right now, because otherwise it would appear on the map. I would like to take on the Griffin. Let's call it Dosmera, right? Sear Northwestern Gate Sabakis. So I gotta look for Sear Northern. Okay. No, I don't want to travel. More. Right here. See Northwest. It's right here. We're gonna go right there. So wherever it's at, it's gotta be somewhere over here. So my guess, it's gotta be somewhere, because this is Sear Northwest Glorious Gate, so it's gotta be somewhere around here. That's unacceptable. That's inaccessible, which means I can't go through. It's gotta be somewhere over here. Where, I don't know. It's gotta be in this. No, you didn't attack, so I ain't gonna attack like that. You need the experience. See it teleport me from here. Grip. At least I'm try to find it. No. Good one, Total. That's my dog. That's my dog. my guess is he gotta be over by this gate, but for some reason I can't get in this gate. So we're gonna take this off. He's gotta be somewhere over here. Now Mr. Griffin is inside on the other side of that door. We definitely needed some more potions. Let's see. Open the world map, yes. We're gonna look around. I'll look around a couple of times, see if I can find them. If not, we'll have to come back here later. I don't know why, but I keep thinking it's that gate. We can't go too far off the map. That's for sure. This is the location. But this it's more burn, and it's right now it's you can't access it for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna wait on that. So we're gonna go back to map, and we can't access that right now. Let's do this one more mission, and then we're gonna call it a day.
Is that the thing Terry's helped to do?
They told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterisk. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twigs, has she? I swear, that girl would do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive. Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canada by now.
I might still be able to catch her. Obelix, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat. Going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? No, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, and she. But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Oberlin.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
Alright, Uncle, I'm on my way.
Trouble in Calder. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Camden pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. Alright?
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
So all this is sealed off. So I guess we're gonna go to Sid's Legacy.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow loomed over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock the supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it was never as bad as this.
I know. The blight march marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You let me go with them. Oh, thanks, God.
Stop that, you Britney bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goose's traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. Glad to have you with us, Goose.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet you there. See you down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav.
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Okay, everybody, that's it. I hope everybody enjoyed the Final Fantasy 16 gameplay. We're going to continue on the next journey real soon. Hope everybody leaving comments and subscribe to the show. And if there's any request games you would like for me to play on PlayStation 4 or 5, leave in the comments. Okay, and pretty soon I'm gonna be watching me some AEW All Elite Wrestling. I'm out of here. Hope everybody enjoyed the Juneteenth today. And please play it safe out there. This is Darnell Crittenden from DC and Epson Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I'll talk to everybody later and later. Peace.